Hey guys, it's Pete with Crunch Time Coaching, and if you're having trouble with your forehand, you're going to love this video because I'm going to tell you the top 5 reasons why your forehand is not improving. I'm going to give you some great tips on how you can get it to the next level. So let's jump right into this video. Reason number 1 why your forehand is not improving, and I say this in almost every video when people are having trouble, a big reason is footwork. And I'm going to talk about poor split step timing. And it is such a big deal. You might think, well, what does the split step timing have anything to do with the forehand? If you don't split step, or if you split step at the wrong time, then your preparation is going to be off. Your rhythm to the ball is going to be off. Your reaction is going to be off. The more that you can see a ball, and a lot of times I think about seeing a ball with your feet. If you can see the ball with your feet, with your footwork, lots of times you're prepared so much earlier to hit the ball, and you can play in a rhythm. You can play in a flow state. If you're reacting late and you get off to a late start, then you're seeing the ball late. The ball is getting behind you. When the ball is behind you, you're in a fight with the ball, and it's really hard to control no matter how good a tennis player you are. So what's the proper split step timing? What you want to do is when you hit your shot and you're watching your opponent run to the ball and they're getting prepared, and right as their momentum's getting ready to come forward, you see right there when I did that with my hip, right as my hip's coming into the ball, this is when you want to split step. You don't want to split step on their hit because a lot of times it's coming so fast, everything happens so fast that if you split step when they hit the ball, it's going to be a little too late and the ball's going to be on you too fast. If you split step too early, then you're just back down into the ground and you're waiting. But if you split step in general, right before they hit the ball, they're going to be here, they're going to commit in, bop, they're going to hit the ball, then you're going to hit the ground off your split step and they're going to be ready to react. So split step timing is super important. That's reason number 1 why your forehand's not improving. Go out there, just work on that and see if you're not ready for the ball sooner. Let's get to reason number 2. Okay, reason number 2 why your forehand is not improving is your backswing is a mess. And let me explain. There's several things that can be happening that's making your preparation is so important. If you prepare the right way, the rest of the stroke starts to become so much easier. So a lot of the load, a lot of the work is done before you hit. You take care of this, hitting the ball becomes a lot easier. And so right off the split step that we talked about in reason number 1 is a reason why your backswing might be a mess. And so what you're looking to do, I've watched the pros play a lot, and I noticed that so many pros, and think about how hard they're hitting the ball. They're hitting the ball much faster than you and I. Is before the ball's even crossing the net from their opponent, they're already ready. Watch a match. Watch a match for yourself next time you see it on TV and notice when balls hit the net and notice how the pro on the other side has already made their first move. And their first move is always pretty much the same. Sometimes they might take a shorter backswing, sometimes they may take a bigger backswing, depending on how fast or slow the ball is coming or how deep it's coming. But in general, it's locked in, it's automated. It's like a factory where when I watch a lot of recreational players play, they don't always have the same backswing. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes they bring their racket face open. This is probably the biggest thing I see that makes people's stroke a mess. If you are bringing your racket face open as you're coming back, if you don't make a change, when you go to hit, you can't really accelerate, because if you're accelerating at all with your racket face open, the ball is going to fly into the fence. So you're either going to have to tap the ball or you're going to have to make a super duper adjustment right as you hit, and that's hard to do, and one of those balls is going to fly. So if you watch the pros today, most of them are in the eastern or semi-western grip, and that's going to face the racket face down. We're showing you some videos of also the pros. So the racket face is down, and you're going to notice so many pros also hold on to the racket. And then when they release the racket, they don't forget about their hitting arm. This is another thing that makes people arm the ball and have poor preparation, as is this arm is just kind of dead, not doing much, because you're thinking, well, all the work's coming from my swinging arm, right? No, you want to use your entire body. That's why they call the preparation a unit turn. So I'm turning in the unit, my racket face is facing the ground, then when I come to hit, I'm still using this hand here, and the whole core, the whole body is stroking the ball, okay? So really work on getting your preparation down. A good tip is do lots of shadow strokes, and even do shadow strokes where you're at home in front of a mirror and close your eyes and get ready. And then open your eyes and take a look. And you want to make it to where it's automated. It's the same every time, and it looks like maybe your favorite professional. Of course, people love the Roger Federer method, so you can't go wrong if you watch Roger in slow motion and you try and get that first move down. You'll probably be hitting much better forehands in no time. All right, let's get to reason number 3 why your forehand is not improving. Hey, if you're still watching this video, I need your help right now. If you could please like this video, it helps other totally obsessed tennis players around the world see the video, and that helps my channel a lot. And if you do that for me, just give this a thumbs up right now. My buddy, B2, is gonna give you 100 free puppy kisses. All right, let's get to the next item on our list. Okay, reason number 3 why your forehand is not improving is your contact timing is late. And again, the first 2 steps I gave you are gonna help you a lot. Get that timing out in front. When you are hitting the ball late, you start to feel very rushed, and your stroke become a big panic right at contact. Right when you want to be the most calm and the most stable, you can tend to jerk your shot when you're late, because you know, you kind of feel that you're late. And also when you're late, the ball is going to feel very heavy. So people who hit the ball too late and too close to the body, these are the players who tend to develop tennis elbow. And they also tend not to hit the ball that hard. They feel like they're actually working harder, a lot harder than someone hits the ball out in front, right? So you're feeling like you're working a lot harder and the ball feels a lot heavier, but you're getting a lot less out of it. When you're able to hit the ball out in front, when you're able to make that contact out in front, then the ball just kind of flies off your racket. You're going to get a ton of power without even trying. So again, I like to use this non-dominant hand to develop my timing. So what I want to do is I want to prepare early, and then what I want to do is I want to keep the ball out in front of my lead hand. So when I see it coming, I got to go out there, I got to step, and I want to hit right out in front of my lead hand and then work the stroke together. So I'm using this lead hand as a guide. It's coming in. I'm not going to let anything get under the hand or past the hand. If the ball gets past the hand, again, I'm late. But if I can hit out in front of the hand, boom, now the ball just flies right off the strings, and it feels awesome. And if you can get this down, if you get these first couple of steps down that I've given you, now all of a sudden you are rocking the forehand, you're hitting with effortless power. That's what keeps us coming back to the court. Okay, reason number 4 why your forehand is not improving is your racket face is all over the place. You don't have good racket head awareness. And again, we want to develop this where it's automated. So if you're making a lot of adjustments to hit the ball, then you're going to have a very inconsistent forehand. Tennis loves repetition, and also it's very much like golf. Golf loves repetition, and tennis loves repetition, every sport. But I think, especially when it comes to hitting something, tennis and golf, the most technical and the most unforgiving. If you come in at the wrong angle of impact in golf, if you've ever played, you know the ball goes way into the woods, it goes way off. It's amazing how far off you can be if you're not hitting the ball just right with golf. It's the same thing in tennis, especially if you want to accelerate. Now, if you want to just tap the ball, the racket's going to forgive you a lot more. But if you want to accelerate and hit the ball, if you want to swing like you're seeing on TV, if your racket face is just, see, like if I'm coming like this and I'm hitting the ball, I'm probably in pretty good shape. Or I'm coming under the ball, bam, hit it. That's probably going to be pretty good. Watch this. Now all of a sudden, if I swing really fast and I'm just like this, is a slightly up here, that ball is going to launch into the fence. I mean, it's terrible. It's a nightmare. And if you come and it's a little too close when you hit, now all of a sudden you're hitting the ball into the net. So you've got to know just the right angle of impact, and you've got to just perfect that, so when you go to swing, you can swing as fast as you want. That's what the pros have. They've perfected the contact point. Watch some of these pros hitting in slow motion that we're putting here on the video, and you're going to see it's very consistent where they're hitting the ball. And so when they hit, they can swing pretty much as fast as they want, and they have the confidence to know that it's going in. And they're not thinking about that, they just automated it. So they're not making really too many adjustments with their hands on contact. They might make little feel adjustments, but in general, it's automated. They just pull the trigger and let the ball go. And so again, I really recommend a lot of shadow strokes. And one exercise you can do, I love to do the preparation and the contact and closing the eyes. So you could do a couple shadow swings right here, like this, and then you can close your eyes and stop it on contact and take a look and go, yeah, that would go in, right? I get under the ball, bam, now I open my eyes, that's it. If you do this, you close your eyes, you open your eyes, and you're here, see, now all of a sudden that ball is going to launch. So a lot of great work can be done off the court. Go watch King Richard. I'm saying this in a lot of my videos lately. Those two girls looked really good as tennis players. I thought they were actually nationally ranked juniors, or at least state ranked juniors, but they never played tennis before. But here's the thing, the person who coached them did not let them hit the ball for over 2.5 months. They perfected the technique first before they were allowed to hit balls, and I love that. So make sure you do your off-court work. Make sure you do those shadow strokes. The next time it rains, pick up your racket, do some shadow strokes. All right, let's get to reason number 5 why your forehand's not improving, so you can do something about it. Okay, reason number 5 why your forehand is not improving, even though you're going out there and you're working so hard on your game. You lack a consistent follow-through. Now, when the pros are playing, there's 4 basic follow-throughs I've noticed, but I want you to master home base first. Okay, you got to master home base. The first follow-through is home base, and this is the one I want you to perfect. You'll even notice there's all kinds of follow-throughs, but especially if you watch the pros in the practice court, you'll see a lot of them when they're done swinging, they actually catch the racket over their shoulder in their other hand, and basically the racket butt is facing the opponent. The racket face is doing a sideways hello to the fence, and it's in their opposite hand, okay? So you want to perfect home base first. Once you perfect that, then you can start moving on to other follow-throughs. So the other one, I call it the wraparound. So you're going to notice a lot of times, especially when the ball is high, and they want to hit an inside-out forehand, and they're somewhere right around this area of the court. They're kind of back here in area 3 or 4 of the court, and they're hitting, and they'll swing, and they'll finish right across their shoulder. That's another follow-through. Then you've got the windshield wiper follow-through, which will give you more topspin. So they'll come here, maybe a topspin lob or an angle passing shot, boom, they'll hit, and they'll finish down by their pocket. I like to also call this a pocket to pocket swing, and that's typically going to give you more spin, plus you tend to be more relaxed. Another thing that's going to give you more spin and sometimes absorb some pace is the RAFA buggy whip finish, which you'll come here and you'll basically pull over your head and follow through. But there's lots of players who are not swinging with this kind of intent like the pros. The pros have a reason why they're doing it. But again, lots of times you're late. You're late for your hit, so then you end up stopping your follow through. You end up pulling over your head. You end up turning your wrist like this. So it's kind of all over the place, and that's why you've got to perfect home base. So you're not all over the place. You get this over and over again, bam. So go out there and hit today and see if you can have every single follow through in your warm-up at least. When the match happens, it's hard to be the same all the time, okay? I don't want you to be like a robot, because you do have to make little improv moves also in tennis, but you want to get your fundamentals down, and in warm-up, that's a great time to do that. Or if you go hit cross court with somebody, that's another good opportunity to have every time you're finishing your follow-through, you can really be more aware of it because you're not in the pressure of a match, and I don't want you overthinking technique in a match. Okay guys, so there you go. That's your top 5 reasons why your forehand's not improving, but as you see in this video, I gave you lots of fixes. So make sure that you go work on them, and I'm sure your forehand's going to improve. Comment below, what's your biggest problem on your forehand, and what are you gonna do about it? Also, you know what goes great with a forehand? A serve. They actually call it the serve plus one play on tour right now, right? Where a pro hits a nice big serve or spin serve, and then they follow it up with their forehand. Serve plus one. So if you want a better serve, I actually got a free serve course. We're not just talking about a couple free videos. I'm talking about 33 free videos. If you click up here in the card section or go down in the description box, or I'm even gonna put in the comments, you can get yourself 33 free serve videos to where I'm covering everything. It's called Serving A to Z. So we cover, if you're having trouble with your toss, we cover the exact rhythm and fundamentals of the serve. If you want to learn how to hit a slice serve, a kick serve, it's all in there so that you can start to play better tennis in 2022. We'll see you guys in the next video. And hey, if you don't want to miss my next video, it's a great idea to subscribe right now. My buddy B2 will be your best friend for life. Take care.